Hey, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. In today's episode, which is episode number 259, we are going to be carrying on our journey through the weekend league. Now, where did we stop with this on Sunday? I can't remember how many wins we got up to. Was it the first 5 games? Is that all I've shown you so far? I'm pretty sure it is. But you know what the team's looking like. Super stacked for this weekend league. Bringing in Da Costa, bringing in Goretzka, who are absolutely key and vital parts of our team. I mean, if I was to choose 3 players that are the most key to our squad right now, I think it would have to be Virgil van Dijk, Leon Goretzka, and this man, TOTS, Sadio Mane. Like, it's got to be, right? They are the most important players in our squad. Ronaldinho's got a strong case to be up there as well because he's just so fun and so tricky to deal with. But yeah, I mean, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable bringing in David Luiz in the defence over TOTS Laporte. By the way, I bought a random Malcolm. That's why my coin balance is basically nothing. I need a La Liga player to do this squad battle stuff offline, and I've done a couple of them, but I'll do it all off camera, and you'll just see me collecting the TOTS player at the end, if I have enough time to actually complete it, because I've only got like 4 out of 20 done for the assists with the La Liga players. So the first game of the weekend league I went into I played all of my games here on Saturday. This was in the morning on Saturday, and it was a really strong team to come up against, and he had Red Tots Son, who I was like so jealous of, and a crazy stacked team, and he gets through with this end of an era Robin and scores after 5 minutes, and I was like, no, I can't deal with like a super tough game first game. I don't want to deal with a loss in the first game of the day either. It's going to set me off on the wrong path. But Sadio Mane with the pace, the dribbling, and the banging shot gets me the equalizer just sort of 15 minutes later, and take a look what happens here. I'm not cutting it because it's going to be a kickoff goal, but who to, you might ask? Well, we actually just send Mane through again, and I hit a green time finesse. And with the way that the goalkeeper was stood, it sort of arcs over him and goes in. So that's a great finish as well from the Liverpool winger. And I just started to take over. After going 1-0 down, I genuinely thought this was going to be an awful, awful game. But then I think the ball falls to Goretzka there, who actually picks up a goal for us. That is not his main job whatsoever. I don't ever need him to score goals. I just need him to be a fantastic defensive midfielder, which so far in the weekend league, he has been unreal. One thing I've started to do, as I think we're pushing for a 4th goal right here. Aubameyang knocks it to Wijnaldum into Ronaldinho. You know that's a first time opportunity to strike that ball, and Ronaldinho's done that countless times for me in the last few weekend leagues. But yeah, one thing I've started to do is bring off Wijnaldum in the latter stages of the game. Although he's crazy good, and I love him as a CDM alongside Goretzka, I find that I don't know. I just find that I was going to say maybe he becomes a little bit weaker and stuff. I guess with a little bit of like stamina depletion, he's not as good as like a fresh Marcos Alonso, and that's who I've been bringing on. A fresh 91 rated sort of final form, road to the final. Marcos Alonso has been doing a fantastic job alongside Goretzka in like the last 30 minutes of the game. I don't bring Wijnaldum off after at half time like I do with Aubameyang. I just don't need to. I still absolutely love him. I want him on the pitch because he has that added 4-star skill moves, which like bringing Alonso on, he doesn't have that. And look at the silky moves there, the La Croquetas from Sadio Mane. Basically just showing this guy, look, I want to continue with my 4 goal lead. I don't want you to really get back in this one. And then he kind of stopped playing right at the very end, and we just sort of take advantage of that with a little Virgil van Dijk goal to add one to his record. 96 rated player of the year, Van Dijk. So I can't believe we won that one 7-2. That was genuinely a match which in the first 5 minutes I thought was going to set my day off horribly. So that put me in really good stead for the rest of my games. So we go on into the next match, and that's a hell of a team. I see Ronaldo, I see Eusebio, I see flashback Rabiot and Ndombele Tots, like Tots Bruno Fernandes. I'm so worried about playing this team because I just know Ronaldo and Eusebio up front are going to be super dangerous. But we just float one in with Ronaldinho. It wasn't like lifted up in the air or anything, and we actually get onto the end of it with Aubameyang because his defense, as good as it wasn't as crazy as like the team of the season defenders are. He had regular Varane, and then road to the final Kimpembe and like a Kazawa, which I don't know if he's that great, but we actually managed to get a couple of goals on this guy and go 2-0 up. Didn't last long because kickoff goal happens and Ronaldo manages to get back in it after a bit of a sloppy piece of goalkeeping, and then he actually equalises. And I have decided that I don't like Alisson in goal. I'm not going to change him because I don't have the coins to do so, but I don't really rate any goalkeeper on this game. So I might as well have a red Alisson. At least his distribution is good. But half-time it was 2-2, and then at the end of the 90 minutes it was 2-2 as well. Which pushes us in to extra time, boys. Now, I had a little go with the first time effort there with Mane. Didn't quite work out for us. And then you can just see, like, with Varane and Kimpembe, there were opportunities for me to get shots on goal. Because I have the pace in Mane. I brought TOTS Fernandez on, who's a great little super sub. I actually started to really, really like him. He plays a lovely ball over to Ibra there, but I couldn't time it. I just mistimed it or didn't time it at all. If I'd hit that green, I think that would have been a goal. Mane then, with the dribbles, plays it through to Zlatan, and I just go near post. Get that goal in the 112th, 113th minute to go 3-2 up. Now, what's the most common thing you've seen from Lasty when he goes 3-2 up in extra time? He gives a penalty away right before the end because he loves to be a bottle job. So, yeah, that's exactly what I did here with Virgil van Dijk, and I believe his Eusebio steps up and scores, which you might think is the end of the game and this one's going to penalties. But you're not seeing a cut, are you? Which means there's probably a kickoff goal coming up. Mane plays it to Ronaldinho, back into Mane, out to Bruno Fernandes, into Mane, La Croqueta, bang, back of the net, 119th minute and 46 seconds on the clock. I have scored the goal to give me the lead at the end of this match. But I haven't cut it. I've just fast forwarded. There's another attack on here. You know exactly what is going to happen. Ronaldo knocks it into Ibra, back of the net, and there is the 4-4. There were 3 goals in like the last minute of this game, sending this one to penalties. And I hit the post with my very first one. And even though my keeper saves it, it still counts as a goal for my opponent's first shot. So it's advantage 1 to him until he misses right there. And now we are even. We are level. But then he saves my penalty. I need to save this one, but I'm not. Advantage goes back to my opponent. Mane steps up, scores the goal, sends the goalie the wrong way. And then Eusebio steps up, and I am able to save his one. We are now level again. Ronaldinho scores. First time I have a chance to go into the lead. But his Ronaldo scores. We're level once again. Goretzka sticks it down the middle. That's a goal for me. And Ndombele steps up, hits the post, and that is what is going to win me the game. What a game that was. I had messages off this guy afterwards saying, GG, that was one of the most fun games I've played in a long time. And I have to admit, we were both so well leveled. Like, it was a really, really close game. I'm glad I came out of it in the lead, like winning the match, because I think I kind of deserved it. But GG's, man, that was such a good one. Like, genuinely, it was one of those games. I wasn't stressed at all those kickoff goals at the end. I was just like, oh my God, here we go again. And kind of laughing, because I don't know, I was a little bit... sometimes you got to laugh at these things rather than... Because if you don't laugh, you're going to cry, aren't you? Next opponent's got a nice squad, couple of decent reds, and I'm 1-0 down at half-time. I had a little look later on. This guy's name was on the leaderboards. He'd finished in the, I don't know, like top 300 once before. So I don't know how good he is, but I would assume he's like an elite level player because he's been on the leaderboards before, right? I go 2-0 down, 62 minutes on the clock. Kluivert with the goal. He's obviously got a great shot on him. I love Kluivert. I tried to hit the shot with Bruno Fernandes right there. It didn't quite work out for me. But we are going to work our way to getting a goal back here. Mane with the La Croqueta, hit the finesse shot. That's in the back of the net. If you get the right angle, then of course you just get past those defenders with that skill move. The fact that you chain it is just super OP, and is something that EA have mentioned that they'll be reducing the effectiveness of going forwards. So interested to see what that does. I hope it doesn't like completely kill skilling, but maybe if you try and do like 4 La Croquetas in a row, you're going to stumble over it and lose the ball, which you should do because that would never happen in real life, right? Next game then, I go into this one super confident because that's not an amazing squad for this time of the game, and I know that my team is obviously a lot better. I La Croqueta with Mane, play it across, and before my Firmino can tap it into the back of the net, here's Davinson Sanchez is like, no, you will not add a goal to your bio. You will let me score the own goal for you, pal. And that's exactly what happens. But then take a look at this sloppy defending. I don't know what I was doing. but it was just, yeah, okay, equaliser for my opponent. Again, me playing super confident or overconfident because of the levels of the team, and my opponent actually got the equaliser, and I was like, okay, I need to fix up now. I need to win this one. Not La Croqueta, El Tornado cross into the box, and of course Ibra's going to get his head onto that one. 2-1 to me, and then he runs down the wing with Werner. I think he whips it across. Oh no, he picks it up with Menya, the player of the year guy, whips it across, and it is N'Golo Kante who gets the header to stick that one in the back of the net. So we both scored a couple of headers in this game. I knock it out wide to Zlatan. Zlatan cuts it inside, plays it down the line into Roberto Firmino, and look how lucky that is that eventually falls to me. I didn't mean to green time that one. Obviously, you don't necessarily need to green time it when it is literally 1 yard away from goal, but it just so happened that was the case, and we were able to hold out this game and get the victory. 3-2 in a game which should not have been that close, but hey, it wasn't, you know, my opponent was actually fairly good. I just out-teamed him, is what I would say about that one, bringing us up to 8-1. So, next game, super worried about this guy. Look at that team. He's got Red Alexander-Arnold. He's got TOTS Mane, which is the first time I've come up against him. I've been using him, but I've never really come up against him. And just genuinely a crazy super team with lots of prime icon moments and stuff. His Rivaldo, I tackle him, but Bergkamp sort of turns me and then hits a really, really nice shot. Bergkamp's got like 96 shooting on this card, I think. And obviously that means that's going to just go straight past the goalkeeper a lot of the time. This weird header falls to Sadio Mane, who manages to rise above anyone and get that head in to stick it into the back of the net to get me the equaliser. But then Vidal plays it to Rivaldo. First time shot, which is super OP, of course, from Bergkamp with his crazy shooting, puts my opponent back into the lead. So at half time, he'd had 2 attempts on goal, like on target, and scored them both. And I'd had 7 on target and only managed to get 1. So I was kind of bossing it in terms of actually making opportunities, but he was so much more clinical than me. He makes it 3-1 here a few minutes into the second half. A substitute team of the season, Zlatan, coming on and making that happen. We whip this one into the box, and Virgil van Dijk rises higher and greens that header to get a goal back for me. I hope that I could maybe get back into this one because I had so many chances, but then look at that stupid goalkeeper movement and a little bit of a shush from my opponent there, who it seemed to be so against me at the end of the game. I mean, I thought I dominated, to be honest, but it is what it is. GG's. We move on. That's our second loss in the weekend league, bringing us to 8-2. Is that 8-2 or is that 8-1? I can't remember. I think it's 8-2, right? And I would 8-2 be there. Next game, nearly a full Bundesliga TOTS team. He's got a TOTS Eriksson in there as well, and of course, like that 87 Poulsen, the UEL player of someone who I can't remember. I can't remember the name of that card, and I loved it last year. I don't know, you just forget names every now and again, don't you? Leon Bailey, that's it. I've remembered it. But I go 1-0 down to a Leon Bailey first-time strike, which, as we know, are just as OP as the headers, just as useful as the headers. Havertz then plays it inside to Witsel, who knocks it into Poulsen, and that is into the back of the net. 2-0 down. This is not looking good. 2-0 down at half-time as well. But, as you can see there, I was creating a little bit. I just wasn't having the greatest of games. Hoping that maybe we can make it happen in the second half. Wijnaldum picks it up, knocks it into Ronaldinho, who strikes it first time. And like I said, when he scored one, they are super OP, and we were able to get that goal to get one back into it. And then Bruno Fernandes with some really good dribbling and a nice little heel click there, and obviously striking that one in on his left foot, which I think is his strong foot. I should really know that, shouldn't I? Considering like he's got a 3-star weak foot, and I need to make use of him when he comes on. I think he's left-footed. I hope so, anyway, because I've been using his left foot a lot. And then we get the goal here to get, what is it, the 3-2 into the lead in the 96th minute into extra time. So I felt like it was all going good. Look how even that match is, though. 15 minutes to go. Can we hold out on this one? Is he going to get the equaliser? Are we going to go to penalties? Well, right at the very end, Fernandes plays in Team of the Season Mane. Look at that pace boost. He can slow down, cool, calm, collected, and bang that one green into the back of the net to get us the win there. 4-2 in the end. And that was That was a feel-good win because that was a super close game and it could have genuinely gone either way. Look at it. The stats are, if anything, the tiniest bit in my opponent's favour, and we come away with the 4-2 win. So that takes us up to 9 wins and 2 losses, which is a respectable scoreline in my books. Yeah, respectable, like... result and stuff so far. We will continue on in the next episode to carry on in the weekend league, see how quick we can get up to these 14 wins. It was all played rushed on a Saturday just because I had so much stuff to do. Like, I had a lot of family and friend stuff going on at the weekend, which is of course important to take time out to do every now and again. Ronaldinho with a great goal to game or contribution to game ratio. Same for Mane as well. There's been a few squad battles matches in there where he's not scored because I've been trying to get assists with other players and stuff. I don't know, but yeah, he's genuinely doing crazy stuff for me, and I absolutely love him. He's a madman. Goretzka's a madman. The whole team is playing really well right now, and we are just about clutching those difficult situations, which on some weekends when I'm not playing my best, I would end up losing those games and going on a horrific losing streak. So it's going good. Guys, like I said, tomorrow's episode will be me carrying on in the weekend league. Do me a massive favor and hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed today. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Insta. Those links are down below. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.